What's up guys, and welcome back to WBC Builds. And you know what today is? That's right, it's a perfect day for another time lapse. So today I'm bringing you the toll house at Walhampton. Now you're thinking, toll house? What is that? So this is the building that has been built solely for collecting the taxes and the tolls of vehicles coming in and out of the town of Walhampton. It sits on the only crossing over the river Lymore, and it's also at the end of the main Offenburg to Walhampton road. Now the idea came about because we were planning out a few roads in our world of Walhampton, our world of Whiteburg, and I just thought, you know what, this building looks quite cool. I found this image online. This is the ferry crossing building it was in Southampton. I think it was the Itchen floating bridge or something like that. It doesn't exist anymore, but it was built in the 1830s, and I just went, you know what, this building deserves to be brought back to life in a sort of Minecrafty way, as I do with quite a few of my builds. So yeah, like I said, it's built in a Regency / Victorian style. I think it was built in the 1830s, and I just wanted to inject some life into this area. So you can see here as well, this is where the Crescent is. This is where a lot of the more Regency style buildings are in Walhampton, and I thought, yeah, this is going to fit in perfectly well. Now a toll house, again, I've never seen anyone build one before in Minecraft, so you know, let me know in the comments below if you guys have ever thought about building a toll house or some sort of like gate that isn't a medieval sort of gate, and I'd love to hear what you guys think. Anyway, as always, I'm going to do a little showcase at the end of this time lapse, so I'll pick you up then. Okay, you've seen the time lapse, now it's time for the usual little showcase around the build so I can explain to you guys a bit more about why I've built it and sort of what I've built into this building. So the interior isn't done, but there are little rooms and stuff we can wander around. Now, to the left of me you can see this lovely wagon that's been built by, I'm not actually entirely sure who built it, but it's come all the way over from Offenburg, which is actually, coincidentally, at the end of this road. Now, the road was the whole reason I built this toll house, because we have been planning out the main drag, the main stretch of road to Offenburg. Now it's a toll road, and I went, you know what needs to be built is a gate type structure or a toll house to sit at the edge of Walhampton, so you know you can collect all the traffic that comes through along the toll road, so people have to pay to get their way in. And so as a little offering, they brought over from Offenburg one of these carriages that I like to call the prison wagon, mainly because of the bars on the windows. Now, if you haven't seen the video of us wandering around Offenburg, me and Jamie take a little tour around here. You can check that out now. Click the little card up in the top corner. And also another plug quickly is also the crescent you can see over here. If you haven't watched that video of me and Jamie wandering around that one, again, click that little thing up in the top corner. I love plugging my own videos. Anyway, now back to this build. So the build itself has a room over here on the side, and this is where the station manager lives. So he would come in here after a hard day of collecting money, and he would sort of sit down in this room. This would be the sort of reception room, well, I guess not really a reception room, the living space. Lots of windows, lots of nice views out and about. You can see who's coming and going, and you've also got one little room at the back here for his sleeping quarters, and again, nice little view. You can see who's been walking through as a pedestrian. Now, talking about pedestrians, that brings me on to the next part of this build, which is this little pedestrian tunnel. So we've got these both sides, and the idea behind them is to allow, you know, people, passengers, foot passengers, to walk through without having to toll any toll. Wow, that whole sentence just sort of has a weird bit of rhyming about it. But yeah, what I did was put a nice little poster in here so it looks like we've got a bit of advertising going on, because on the reference picture I saw there was a board out the front of the ferry crossing building, and I'm guessing that had either adverts on it or times for stagecoaches or the ferry crossings. So that's kind of what we've done here with this one. And yeah, it's exactly the same on the other side, apart from the fact this side has like a little room built into it as well. So this bit was a bit bigger because it's not exactly a replica of the other side, but it's got a nice little chamber here for you to come and, I don't know, I wouldn't put a bench here because you're not sort of stopping at this place, but you can have a little room to wander through before you leave Walhampton or whatever you're doing. Now, the main article obviously is the gate area, the toll house bit. So we've got a gate on this side which can close. There was meant to be one this side, but I never built it for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. And then opposite each other you have two little booths. Now these are where you would pull up in your wagon or your carriage, and you would pay the toll to either whoever's standing in here if you're coming in, and then over this side if you're going out. So the toll has to be paid on the road going in and out of the town, because the whole road is managed by the toll company. And so you would come on through here with this sort of semi-vaulted ceiling with the, I don't really know what I've done there, and then yeah, you would venture your way out down Dunstan Road towards the big villas and the main part of town, over this bridge that I constructed on the site of one that was built by the Minecraft Repro. Now I did ask him to build me one, and he did build quite a nice bridge, but I went, it's not really what I thought, so sorry about that, but I have redesigned it slightly. Now this is the River Limemore, which if you are a viewer of mine would know that the whole area around here is known as Limemore Park, and this is the river that gives it that name. So yeah, ultimately, I've never actually seen anyone build a toll house or a toll structure, for one in the Regency style, or two in Minecraft. So I would love for you guys to let me know if this is like the first one you've ever seen. It's definitely the first one I've ever seen, and I love this style. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I've enjoyed building this. Again, it's just a very random building to do. So, you know, I'll see you all next week or next time for another Timelapse Tuesday.